Whoosh. Good morning, ladies. My name is Chaz, and welcome to the what, or should I say, welcome back to What If Zuko Had a Power Absorption. So, in part one, I went over the entire, almost the entire story from the beginning to like USJ thing. So, yeah. So, at the USJ, basically a fight thing goes down. Zuko uses and he's a class 1B student. And he had he had Spider Man. So he had similar to, or when he was using his powers, because so Zuko, or trying to find the laser dude, the one, I'll just use the evil version. And this guy, Twinkle, yeah, this guy right here, the one that's below Dark Shadow one. Yeah. So, yeah, the can't stop the twinkling. So, yeah. So Zuko asked him. So then when he went over, or after, sorry for that long pause, but Zuko asked him to shoot the laser at him. He grew big, or Zuko grew bigger than he grew so big that even he looks down at the students and the teachers look like toddlers to him, like little baby things. Yeah, that's how small they are when every time Zuko transforms. But they do notice that Zuko has a tail of a scorpion tail on his back, or on his back part. So he was like, man. Plus, when Zuko saves saves Mr. Ozawa and all that stuff, well, yeah, then after the villains like Shirakusen, Kirigiri got it away, Shirakusen complains about the Zuko, or why couldn't he touch one of the students' students? And All for One knew exactly what he actually knew it's a possibility of being born with powers of infinity and zero with a random quirk. So, yeah. So, basically, yeah. So then after USJ incident, the Class 1B, he's was swarming for Zuko, swarming around him, whoa, dude, you have a tail, scorpion tail, and it stays with him, so, yeah, you know. or as he, I have a scorpion tail. Are you trying to mimic me, as one of the Class 1A students says? No, 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 no. See, you were born with a quirk of the A tail, of that normal tail. Mine comes from my absorption quirk. I can absorb energy. Yeah. He drank a bottle of lightning, or lightning in a bottle. He drank it. Wow. Really? Yeah. And so the Blood Hero had a suspicion, or actually, Mr. Zawa had a suspicion. So so he asked the recovery girl to do a DNA test thing to see what if Zuko had the abilities or not. Because he knows that it says quirk of absorption of flames, but just to be safe, he needs. So Zuko does that, and what recovery girl looks down at the paper thing, and her eyes widen as she could not believe it. It's Zuko has the power of infinity and zero. Oh. So then as when Mr. Ozawa heard that, including Nezu, because Nezu had his suspicions, and they could not believe that they have that 1 out of infinity chance. And that's pretty rare. Or basically ultimate super legendary rare. But it was times 500 or infinity amount. So Zuko can absorb power, grows, and all that stuff. So Zuko is now bumped up to Class 1A. So they're like, man, as he had a scorpion tail, so he can pierce right through any enemy that he wants without him even moving an inch from his, So, trying to find that stupid good image of it. Looks like that with that. Okay? So, Zuko goes to UA, or he's now in Class 1A, because when the students heard that Zuko is bumping up to their class, some of them are upset that the guy, they were upset. But then when Mr. Ozawa tells them that this young man is that 1%, and you all heard about the story of the guys, the stories of a legendary hero that had quirks, and powers. As most of them says, most stories are made up because of, this story is still alive. Zuko is one of them. He is 100% he is one out of Infinity Mountain. As everyone's eyes widen, in dark faces, as their eyes widen when they heard that Zuko was that 1%. And so they're like, man. So they go to UA, or no. So he does the sports festival thing. He trains hard. He learns how to control his quirks, his powers, and all that stuff. So, but when, yeah. So then the time skip, I'm skipping over the sports festival, the Cambark, and going right to All for One versus All Might. As All Might was down but not out, Azuku, who runs right in, as All for One uses his power. At this point, All for One's beam of light is similar to a dwarf star. Yeah. So when when All for One let it out to obliterate All Might, Zuko steps in before as he absorbs the attack and makes him bigger than a. It made All Might, All for One, everyone else looked like ants, and buildings looked like toys. Ezuku, who's yeah. When I say looks like ants, All Might, or not All Might, All for no. So Mountain Lady, he's his transformation form, makes her look like a toddler. Yeah, that's how big he is. As everyone says, that's big. As he grabs the All for One's hands with a pinky, lifts him up. As he crushes him in his hand, like dead. Yep, he's good as dead. As because how much he did. And yeah, he was the biggest guy that even yeah. He can absorb the attacks as he shoots a beam of light at All for or anyone. Yeah, villain's crime rate went down to 0, and yeah, Aries went to UA. Or she goes to a normal school and she be's normal. And yeah, Zuko is trying not to be so reckless. So he's slowly walking in a straight line. As his tail is not trying to knock over the entire building. As he tilts his head up again, and as he does that super roar again, as he shrunk back to normal size, like he was. So, yeah, his power was pretty off the rails. So I'm adding this new twist to the My Hero Academia universe. So it's a black hole. Or, not black hole, white hole. Or gray hole. Never heard of a gray hole? The gray hole is a combined of black hole and white hole thing. It's a space reference thing. So, I can't spell. Is it space? Wayne. Hole. Space white hole thing. Yeah. Well, imagine both of these two fused together to create gray. 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 Yeah. I spelled it out for you. So, yeah, Zuko, who they're like, it's end of the world, and no. And Zuko's just standing there being all calm. He's like, huh. And Zuko, during all that time, Zuko actually did something that's no one else thought of. He built himself a rocket that is like, so when he rocket ship, as he launched all the way to the there, as Zuko who launched himself out, as he absorbs the gray hole thing. Yeah, it's a combine of black hole and white hole thing. When he absorbs it, he got bigger and bigger and bigger. Like his body was, yeah. And his power of zero and infinity helps his quirk out. And it made him grew so much that even, yeah, he grew so much that even like no one else could ever thought about it. He looked like those characters like space, anime characters that are size of a planet. Planet. Not planet. Planet. Yeah. So Zuko's entire body looked like that. So, yeah. Zuko looks like big as a planet, minus a small planet, a big planet that's over in the background. So when they saw him and they're like, man, what? Yeah. They're like, holy crud, Zuko. Yeah. And because of infinity and zero, he could breathe, even breathe out in space because, yeah. Don't ask me why, but he can do that. So, yeah, because how big he was ginormous. Like, he could swat the world's biggest planes or like space ships right out of the sky, or right out of space. Whoosh, whoosh. Though UFOs, homes that, like, if they came to Earth, they just run right into his back. Because, yeah, he was big. Yeah, he's orbed so much that even, like, he has to, like, lift up and shoot beams of light out of his own mouth. So he did travel the entire universe before. And yeah, when he came back, he grabbed rocks from other planets back to Earth, and yeah, made him a millionaire. So yeah, made his family rich. So they basically, and no, I am not cussing. I'm saying rich, like Richie Rich TV show, old one. You probably never watch it because it's a old Cartoon Network's TV show where, yeah. So I do like all the Cartoon Network stuff, like Teen Titans, but that one is number 3 on my list. So, now with that out of the way, now I believe that we're halfway done. So yeah, Zuko, whom after he released all that energy, came back to Earth, and he did, and like he was, as he did do one thing, Zumi, or no, not Zumi, Ochako and Momo, they both wanted to date him. But there's only like one person or one girl for one boy. So, so he usually asks him, who would you date? One of us. Well, yeah. So, they actually, in this world, or both Ochako's parents and Momo, says, if both of you fuse together, you both probably will go, and they eat Zuko together instead of, So then Zuko had the power of infinity and zero, so he uses it and fused both Ochako and Momo together. Plus their quirks was fused together, so it made gravity tools. Basically, it flies up. Imagine you're like on your phone and you created your own phone from the back of your palm, but instead of grabbing it, it just flies away. Or makes a cannon that flies into the air until you tap your finger or until you touch it. Touch your finger. So they both dated Zuko at the same time, in the same body, and it would be Momo Oraka. Or Ochako Oraka. One of those two. So both of them fused, and So, because they both, well, let's change it. So, let's say Ochako got married to Zuko because Momo got married to Todoroki. Yeah. So now this is the end of the What If. Please leave a like, share, subscribe. And please make sure to have a great day or night, depending on the time zone. And now it's dump run time. Peace out, y'all. Peace.